All right, guys, this is straight up just going to be a show and tell. I'm too excited. These two models just showed up today. I've been anxiously awaiting for these ever since I watched on G-Shock High Fashion channel. He always posts up like the new models for the month, and I noticed these like Christmas themed basically watches. There was like 5 of them, I think, but these two definitely I needed. The square, obviously, I'm a big fan of the G-Shock square, so this one, like, instantly I knew I was going to purchase. And, you know, the ga-2100, I didn't really give a fair shake. I had them on the channel. I bought one. I ended up donating it to somebody else. But then there was a ton of questions afterwards about different straps and everything like that. So I figured I'd bring this one in, and we'll do future videos where we try on different straps, see what parts cross over and everything. So look forward to those for sure. But and they're both, you know, with the red and the green theme. But I gotta say that this might be the one I actually wear, like when I go to the Christmas party this year, just because of that red and green alternating indices on there is just, it just screams holiday, right? So. What we have here, actually we'll start with that one. This is the ga-2100th. You can see it there on the back. It's the module 5611. This is the carbon core series. And you'll also notice that it has the spring bar assist, you know, for getting them on and off. And that's not by accident. I mean, G-Shock is doing that intentionally because a lot of these models, the straps are going to be able to swap around. So, but like I said, we'll get into that in a future video. I just want to show you these right away. This is crazy light. Actually, let's do a weight on it real quick here. That's the whole point of these carbon cores, is they're super light. It weighs 50 grams compared to, say, like a base model square is 53. So these are actually lighter than a base model square by like 3 grams. So they're super close, obviously, but you can tell it has a little more real estate on the dial and everything like that. But the watch itself is also slightly larger, but not like massively big like, you know, most G-Shocks. So, you know, you got the water resist, the 20 bar also on green there. Nice vivid pop of green. They didn't go with a subtle like forest green or anything like that. I like that they did a really nice vibrant green. G-Shock, and then all the other words are, you know, adjust light, mode, and start are all in red. And then you have your alternating indices with your 12 and your 6 being red and then alternating around. So if you look closely, it might be hard to tell depending on the lighting, but you have a gold tone on the hour and minute hand, and then also on the day of the week indicator there, which is pointing at Thursday. So it's November 21st, and then it's counting the seconds there. So you can scroll through the modes. I mean, I've covered this before. You have your world time, stopwatch, timer, alarm functions, and then back to your time. So pretty basic unit, nothing crazy there. Since we're in close-up mode, we can take a look at the 5600. Very, very clean, sharp lines with the red and the green. And then you have these adapters here also in red. That was definitely a smart move to get a really good pop to it. This is my first try with a G-Shock square. I think I did adapters before, aftermarket ones, but this is the first one I've had with the factory strap option. And I know people have commented that their straps are like super long lasting, and I can tell right away by feeling it. These things are built to last. And this was, as soon as I opened them up, I swung by my house on my lunch and picked them up, and I wore this thing for the rest of the day. Crazy comfortable, even though you guys know I'm not a NATO fan. The strap thickness here that adds on to it didn't bother me at all. So on wrist, this is super, super comfortable. Let me get a weight on this real quick too. So 55. So it's, you know, this is 50, this is 55, and I think this was like 53. So they're all right there, right in the 50s. Let me pop this guy on wrist. We'll talk about price here real quick. I bought both these on eBay. Not sure what all places you can get them from, but that square on the fabric strap is so comfortable. And then they have the gold matching hardware there because the buttons are gold, and The dial has a little bit of gold tint to it, not too much. It's pretty traditional. And then you have the Casio and 20 bar and shock resist and everything's all in gold print, but super comfortable on wrist. I think it looks great. I know it maybe looks juvenile to some people, but if you're a G-Shock fan, then you know that sometimes we step on the juvenile side a little bit. So this guy on eBay, I forget what seller it was, but I just kind of shop price with good seller stats. I urge you to just do the same. I'm not going to recommend a seller. Just as long as they're a good seller, they have a lot of sold items and they're super high, like 100%, and then they have a good price, you've checked every box. Just order it from them. $133.60 is what I ended up paying for this shipped. Took a little while to get here. Actually, it didn't take that long, a little over a week, I think. Same thing for this guy, eBay seller. It was even a different seller yet again, and I paid $151.50 for this guy. So let me pop this on wrist so you can see that. And then we'll do some, I'll try to get the light function to kick on, but that thing even on wrist is like super comfortable. I'm excited to keep this one. The other ones were just too plain, I guess, you know, because I showed the red one, the full black, and then the black with a white. They just were too plain. I think this red and green alternating just really works for me. But, you know, you're also dealing with a guy that likes his Seiko monsters, and when they get crazy, I like them even more. So it kind of reminded me of this anyway when I noticed it. So it's cool to have both these. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, you know, ask them in the comments. I'll try to cover them. I am gonna do some different swaps of the straps, do some comparing, because you have the newer style combi and then you have the older style combi. I'll try to differentiate the two and see what fits what, see how much trouble all this stuff gets me. But I don't have all my squares with me right now. I loaned a couple out, so I'm not gonna, we'll definitely do a G-Shock party later on too. But let's check out some lights on this guy. So let's shut these off. Unfortunately, on the ga-2100, just the hour and minute hand is loomed up. None of the indices are. So, but you have a really nice LED and it's gonna shine for you. It would be nice if they did. There we go. Oh, sweet. I didn't check that out. It has the shock resist in the illuminator. That's also a first for me. It's the first G-Shock square I've had where it had a pattern behind in the loom. So that is super fun. Cool. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will check with you tomorrow.